Okay. I'm not sure if okay, it's recording. There we go. Okay, so welcome to Kappa Delta Pi. We're going to be talking a little bit about our history and why you should join and the requirements that you need for this. And so this is kind of like a breakdown of what we're going to be talking about today. So why should you join KDP? KDP was founded to foster excellence in education and promote fellowship among those dedicated to teaching. We are a student-run, student-centered organization and acknowledge our members' interests and are always open to suggestions. We encourage networking and using the resources in our community. And some notable alumni are Albert Einstein, Margaret Mead, and Eleanor Roosevelt. So a little bit about our chapter history. KDP was founded in 1911, but our chapter for the IPFW section was started in 1987, and a couple of the first two members were Kathleen Murphy and Lowell Madden. And then some awards that we've won in the past are the National Award for Communication and the PFW 2018 and 2019 Chancellor Chili Cook-Off, and we got second place both years. But here's a picture of some of the students that participated in that and our trophy that we won. So now I'm going to play a video. I'm going to link it in the YouTube description. I'm not sure how loud it'll be on your screen. So if you have headphones, you might want to take them out, but we're going to play this video. Okay, so that was a little video that our national website put together to kind of tell you a little bit about KDP. Some of the leadership team that I would like to introduce is the president, Kayla Garver. She is a Block 3 elementary student. She's not here tonight, but she will pop up in some other events later on. Myself, I'm Adriana Delagrange. I'm your vice president and a Block 3 elementary ed student. Our secretary is Erin Fitzpatrick, and she's also a Block 3 elementary ed major. Our treasurer is Heather Elliott, and she is student teaching this semester, and she's an elementary ed major. Lily Hoffman is our historian, and she's a Block 2 middle school education student. Mara Williamson, she's here. She is the fundraiser chair, and she's a Block 3 early education major. And Theo Thompson is our advocacy chair, and he's a Block 3 elementary ed major. All of these positions will need filled come either this December or in the spring, as all of us are either graduating or student teaching. So if you are interested in any of these positions, feel free to reach out to us, and we'd love for you to shadow us this semester to see kind of what we do. And oops, this isn't going. Okay, so to become a new member, there's some eligibility that you need to factor in. So undergraduates, you need to have at least a 3.0 GPA, and you have to be taking or have taken 9 education course credits. So that's like three credit hour classes. For the certification only and the graduates, you need to have a 3.2 GPA, and you need to have taken or are taking 6 education course credits. And then something newer starting this semester are the Friends of KDP. And they're just for any student who might not be eligible to become a member yet, but they're interested. They're education students, or they're thinking about becoming education majors. So if you're interested in that, that's an option this semester and next semester as well. There is a cost to KDP. To become a member, you have to pay $15 to our chapter, and that helps with like fees and stuff. And there's also a $50 national due that's due every year. If you pay through the national, they also give you a discounted price of $85 for a 2-year national dues, so you save 15 bucks. And then the chapter national dues are each due once a year. And then Friends of KDP, they are going to pay $5 a semester or $10 a year. You can pay either if you want to do it just for one semester, or if you think you're going to do it for a whole year. So there is a time commitment. So members, they need to attend one event and one chapter meeting each semester. Friends of KDP, we want them to participate in one induction ceremony and one graduation ceremony. You can either do the fall or the spring, because we have the ceremonies in both the spring or in the fall. And if you can't commit, we are going to record each of these events, graduation ceremonies, and meetings. And so all you have to do is watch the video and reply, or make a comment that's like about a sentence long or so, just saying that you watched it. This is a little overview of the chapter events that we have this semester. So some of them are, we're still working them out. It's like the trunk or treat and the graduation drive-through, but everything else will be virtual, so you'll be able to stay at your home and watch it that way. If you have any questions about any of the calendar events, you can always email us at kdp@pfw.edu. And so our induction ceremony, if you're interested in becoming a member, will be a week from today. So you have to meet the criteria and then pay your chapter dues and your national dues. And then we'll host another induction ceremony next Monday. Dr. Parnan, would you like to say anything about any of these events?
I have to figure out how to unmute myself. So yeah, so these are the events that we have planned. So we have sort of one chapter meeting per month and one event per month. The chapter meetings are at 6:30, but if you'll notice, they happen, so like in September, they happened on Monday. It happened on Monday. In Tuesday, the meeting moves to a Tuesday. I'm sorry, in October, the meeting moved to Tuesday. You'll notice in November, our chapter meeting's on Wednesday. So that's to help people who may have classes. So if we don't want to have one night that we always have our chapter meeting on, and you have a class and can't come for a whole semester. But as Adriana said, that this year we're making this completely virtual. So if you can't attend a chapter meeting, you can watch it on our YouTube channel and still be able to get credit for attending for that. But we've done mock interview events for the past, I think almost 5 years now. So, which is, we provide, we bring in principals to give mock interviews to our graduating seniors. So this is what our current group has, but if you're interested in changing and doing and impacting what we do, there's always room for those conversations.
Okay. Here's a few pictures. I have 2 slides of pictures. They're just events that we've done. The other chili cook-off that we got 2nd place in is featured down below. That's from, I think that's from the 2019 chili cook-off. And then there's just pictures of Convo. We're not able to go to Convo this year because of COVID, but they are hosting online videos, I do believe, so that you can watch that if you become a member. In the bottom right-hand corner down here, there's a little congrats banner for our graduation ceremonies. We usually decorate and have pizza and pie and you know, just hang out with each other and give away these baskets, but we're not able to do that this year. This picture kind of has some stuff that we did last year. So we have the graduation basket, or excuse me, the graduation baskets down here. When you graduate college, you'll get a basket of goodies from KDP. So it has like books and teacher supplies that you might be able to use in your future classroom. Before we broke for COVID, we were able to do a Leap into Reading as part of the autism event. And so that is featured down here. We hosted a Hop on Pop themed Dr. Seuss room. And last October, we had a trunk or treat. So here's some pictures of that. And then we also had virtual mock interviews. And so that's what the two computer screens are up in the upper left-hand corner. We are gonna have the mock interviews this year, and they will be virtual again. So that's something to look forward to if you're interested in learning how to interview. And then we also have social media accounts. So if you want to get your phone out, our Instagram is @Purdue FW Kappa Delta Pi. Our Facebook is Kappa Delta Pi Mastodons, and our YouTube channel, which this video will be linked, and a few other videos, is Kappa Delta Pi Rho Kappa chapter. And I'll give you a few minutes. We do post updates. We just got a new social media, can't think of the word, social media
Coordinator.
Yeah. And so her name's Renee, and she's been doing an awesome job at updating people and keeping our social media active. And so if you have any questions or comments, you can type them into the chat bar or unmute yourself, or you can email us later if you can't think of anything now at kdp@pfw.edu. So does anybody have any questions?
And I guess I also want to say, Adriana, we're even beginning to form new, so we also have we have committees and groups that are working that maybe weren't reflected in our events. So we have, so Mara, maybe you could speak a little bit to, we have a fundraising committee, and they'll be having, I think, of an upcoming meeting. I know we're beginning to maybe start a handwritten, a committee that writes letters for a variety of sort of projects that we're doing. So there's other groups that are doing things. I know Theo is working with trying to get some people for advocacy around various issues, both at the national and local level. So there are other ways besides our events, and at our meetings we usually have a featured speaker. So Adriana, who are we having at the October meeting? Do you know yet?
We don't know who we're going to have yet, but Dr. Oliver and I are emailing with some teachers, specifically Teachers of the Year from Indiana. We're hoping to get a few of them. I don't want to like release any names yet in case you don't get them, but they have.
And they're going to talk about sort of how to keep yourself recharged in this time of teaching and COVID.
Yeah, how to get your spark back for teaching.
Yeah. So that's just a context for maybe some other things that that the pictures didn't say. And I know, Adriana, you mentioned Convo. So Convo is our national conference. As with so many things this year, it was canceled, but we have gone the past 3 years, and our intent is to go next year, and it'll be in St. Louis. And so we can get student funding through student government to support members going. And I know Mara can also speak to that. So I'll stop speaking so Mara can speak.
Okay, well, first I wanted to say that Lindsay put in the chat, can friends of KDP come to any of the events or virtual meetings? And I said yes.
Yes.
To her in the chat, but I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Yeah, thank you.
And then I am the fundraising chair, so I do, like, we do Dine to Donates, we do the trunk or treat and all that. And we're having the first fundraising meeting on Thursday. So if you're interested in helping with that at all, you can come to that meeting. It doesn't obligate you to do anything. You can just sit and listen and see what it's about. And then for Convo, we went last year and it was so fun. I was kind of iffy about it at first, but it was so helpful. You could pick out like breakout sessions that you wanted to do. There's a whole list of them at like each different time, and you pick out the one that you think would help you the most. I went to one about writing cover letters to apply for jobs, and that was really helpful because I didn't even know that you had to have a cover letter to begin with. But the gentleman that put on that breakout session actually gave us all his email and said that we could email him our cover letters and he would like edit them for us. So it was really awesome, and it's a great way to meet new different people.
And also at Convo, there are other national speakers on education issues. 2 years ago, we had a person speaking on how to work with grieving children in your school. Last year, there was, like they kind of run together, but we've had speakers on teaching in a sort of a green, sustainable perspective. There's been breakout sessions on how to teach reading in a different way. I know our secretary from 2 years ago attended a session on teaching math and with a new way. And then when she showed up for student teaching, that was the curriculum that they were using. And she had more training than the teachers at her school because she had attended a session on this new curriculum for teaching math. And so those are just some examples, and we try to get everyone as possible to that conference.
Okay. I do not have access to the chat bar right now, so I don't know if there's any other questions or comments in there.
No, nobody else has put anything.
Okay.
So if you're interested in joining, so you'll have to, you received a link from me, and you'll have to click on that link, which will take you to the national website, and you do have to pay your dues. And you do have to attend the virtual induction that we'll do next Monday. Usually family and friends are invited, so they are welcome to sit with you. It's new for us, but we will do it virtually, and then we will have a packet of things that we will send you following the ceremony. But those are the two requirements in order to be inducted, is to pay the national dues and then to attend the virtual induction. If that Monday at 6:30 does not work for you, have a conflict, send me an email, and then we can make other arrangements so that you would still have the opportunity to join. We also want to let you know that if the burden of paying those national and local dues is a barrier for you joining, also reach out and email to me, because there are some funds that can support some people. So make sure that that's not a barrier. Friends of KDP is new for us, so we would invite you to come to the induction ceremony as well, because you'll have a part in that ceremony. But we want people to, regardless, be able to sort of be a part of KDP, and then when you've met requirements and you wish to join, then you can join at the national level, but we're going to function essentially as a group. Yes, I'm seeing on the thing here. So, so Lindsay, first you said, are those requirements for Friends of KDP? So the Friends of KDP, what you need to do is just pay that $5 or $10 and then attend you still need to attend an induction ceremony so that you kind of see what's going on and you're a part of that. We've sort of written in new things for the Friends of KDP to be sort of have that a mini ceremony in front of the national ceremony. And then for Anne, you have to pay both local and national dues to join the KDP Honor Society. That is a correct statement, yes. Okay, so that was Mara. Yeah, so the local dues come to our chapter. So one thing that, Mara, you may not have realized, so for people who are joining the National KDP Honor Society, they're able to pay their local dues at the same time they pay the national dues to the national organization. If you are just joining as a Friends of KDP, then you can either send a check to me at my office, or you can drop it off to the money to the secretary, who will take that as well, there at NEF 240, Cheryl Wolliver. Yeah. Other questions or things that you would like to see or things that you have heard for clarity? Sorry, there's beeping in my background, but working from home tonight.
I wasn't at the meeting when you guys talked about like finalizing the Friends of KDP. So if they want to do that, how do they do that instead of going onto the KDP website and all that?
Great question, Mara. We're still learning. If someone wants to join as Friends of KDP, then they can send me an email, or they can send Adriana an email, the KDP, but we'll probably have you fill out a short form just so we have your name and address and know how to contact you and make sure that you get on all of our communications. Oh, thank you, Mara. You got there faster than I could. So yeah. And in fact, I mean, do you want to see? Do people want to see the website? I guess Adriana, you should do this. You can share your screen. We can go. You can go there and show people things if that would work. If people would like that.
Let me X out of here. Can everybody still see my screen? Or okay. So this is the KDP website, and so there's an area to log in. I don't remember my username right now, but
most of the site doesn't require you to log in though.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has lots of things on there.
Let's see here. There's different, like, you can shop around on it, buy some merchandise if it loads. They have some masks, but let me see if I can find where they have the, let's see here.
Yeah, so that gives
which link should I click on? Or
so if people want to learn, so if you go back to the About KDP, if you click on there, so if you click like on the history, if you want to know more about the history, that's there. So it gives you a background and context. So it was formed in 1911, and it gives you there's some, founding fathers kinds of things if you wanted to know more about the organization and things. But then there's resources. So if you look at one of the reasons for joining KDP, yeah, so there's scholarships and grants that you can apply for. In fact, right now they also have a program where you can apply to be National Student Teacher of the Year, which is a pretty awesome thing to win. And so they just started that, and so I've encouraged our current officers who will be student teachers next semester that they may want to consider applying for that. So there's those kinds of recognitions that you can put on your resume. They have these scholarship program, but also if you go back to those resources, where was that at? Resources. If you go down to the KDP University, that's another, like, just a huge sort of professional development arm of KDP that you can attend webinars. Some things are free, some things cost. Some of these are sort of marketed towards practicing teachers, but clearly there's a lot for students who are in teacher prep programs. If you go back to the resources You can see if you go down, there's a career center. So this is set up to help people find jobs. And so they have all kinds of support for there. So there's some of the things that Mara was talking about, resume, things, how to do interviews. They also have virtual job fairs. And if you're thinking about grad schools, they help you get connected with. So there's just a lot of resources that way. And then one more thing under resources, because this is one of those great things. If you look down under webinars and resource catalog, so each week there are webinars that if you're a member you can go to, and you can register, and they're always free. And then they're cataloged under the, if you go back to under resources, under that resource catalog, that's one place where you do have to log. Well, maybe you don't have to log into it anymore, but there's, so if you wanted to like click on advocacy, then it'll have all kinds of articles and things that you can, oh, it looks like these are the free ones that are available, but there's a lot more on there if you are a member as well. So these are articles you could use for papers you might have to write for your, for courses that you might be taking. So those are just some of the wealth of resources and things that you do get at the national level, but then you have what we do at the local level as well. And so Friends of KDP, all a part of the local level resources and the things that we do. And there's some things that are open to any teacher at the national level that Friends of KDP can have access to, but then there's more once you become a member. I don't know, does that help people? Other questions? I'm sorry, Adriana, you should be saying that.
Oh, any questions? Sorry, having people asking questions outside of the video too. One thing that I wanted to mention was that in order to graduate with your honor cords, you have to be a member. The Friends of KDP will not receive the honor cords. So that's one incentive to become a member. But if you're not sure if you're going to stay in the education, or if you're not sure if this is the right thing for you, then maybe KDP, the Friends of KDP might be your first step, so you get to know a little bit more about us. And
Also, so if they start out, are we still doing where you have to be a sophomore to be the official members, or no?
you have to meet the criteria. Let's see here. So here's like your eligibility. So as long as you've taken 9 course credits in education as an undergrad, then you can join if you have a 3.0 GPA. And then
Okay, so that's like completed or in that many?
you have to either be taking or have taken. So if you're taking three credit education courses, then you have a 3.0 GPA, then you're qualified to, you're eligible to become a member.
Okay. So if you're taking 2 education classes, so say you're taking 2 education, you've taken 1 last semester and you're taking 2 this semester, that would be a total of 9 by the end of the semester, you can join.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the semester?
The national has relaxed it, so we can actually induct them before they have completed the those 6 credits.
So then you could start out as like a Friends of KDP member, and then once you complete that, you can become like the full member.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't have 9 completed and you have some that are in progress this semester, you can join this semester.
Okay.
Other questions? We would serve you some pizza now. Or ice cream.
They won't be able to come to your lunch and learns either this semester, Dr. Parnan.
I know. We might have to figure out virtual lunch and learns, you know? Yeah. And that's another, I mean, that's a whole nother group can do lunch and learns for KDP and work with me on those. Does anyone want to say any more or or help us out here, people who are interested.
I'll just say the fundraising meeting on Thursday is at 8 p.m. and you can email the KDP email if you want to come to that and see what it's like. And they will send you the link to go to that. It'll be through WebEx.
Yeah, most of our events will be either on Zoom or WebEx. So most of these are on Zoom, but there's a couple that just say virtual, and those are just undecided on whether it's gonna be Zoom or virtual, or Zoom or WebEx. And then we're hoping to have the trunk or treat this year, but that is still kind of in the air. But
Yeah, who knows? Kind of thing.
yeah, but if we can have it, we're gonna have it. So that's a lot of fun. You get to like decorate your trunk to, let me see if I can find that picture. Like down, I don't know if you can see my arrow, but everybody brings their car and you decorate your trunk into like a Halloween themed event. So it's fun to see the other members' cars, and then the alumni come and bring their kids and they're dressed up and you're dressed up and you just hand out candy and it's a lot of fun. So we're hoping we can do that this year, but I'm not sure. And we hand out prizes too for that. And then also one other thing that we're going to do during our meetings is that we're going to have maybe a few giveaways this year. So there's another fun perk of being a member or a friend of KDP. I think either are eligible for the giveaways. So yeah. Okay.
Lots of opportunities to be as active or not as active as you need, and that can change from semester to semester, and we clearly support that. But we'd love to have you be a part of the organization and add your thoughts and just be part of the mission, which is really support excellence in education and to facilitate fellowship among educators. So
Haley just put a question in the chat. It says, so I have one more class to get to 9 credits, which won't be until next spring. Is there a requirement for Friends of KDP or an induction in the spring? So I think from what you guys have said, she can be Friends of KDP right now.
Yes.
And then once you're in that class, you can get inducted in the spring.
Correct.
right, yeah. So we'll have an induction in January, another one. So we have an induction at the beginning of fall semester and the beginning of spring semester.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, so Haley, yeah, you can be a part of us, be part of the induction as a Friends of KDP on Monday. And then in January, you can be inducted into the National Honor Society.
Mm-hmm. And the Friends of KDP will get all the same emails and meeting updates that the normal members have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're just for, if you will be part of Friends of KDP and people who are joining KDP National Honor Society, just know that this is new. So we don't have all the answers down, but you can join and be a part of the group that's shaping that for new members who come after you. So it's a great opportunity to do this, but we really wanted to make a lot of things that we do available to all education majors, and then also to promote the Honor Society that you could be a part of later on. And if you wanted to talk like with Adriana or Mara more specifically, or me, and I'm willing to pop out if you guys want to chat a little bit more with not having a chatty counselor. I'm glad to do that as well. So maybe that might be easier for you guys. And then Adriana, do you know how to do do breakout rooms? You could do those. It wasn't too bad the other night. You get it under participants. No, there's another thing down there. See the breakout room right down there at the bottom, right next to the record and reaction thing?
Sorry, I don't have those buttons when I'm in full.
Oh, you don't?
Let me try a different tab.
It's,
Or
Maybe if you stop screen sharing.
oh yeah, that might work.
try that. Okay, there's the buttons.
So, do you see that down there at the bottom, breakout rooms?
I don't have breakout rooms. I've security participants, chat, screen share, pause record, and reactions.
Oh, you're supposed to be, how about this? I will be glad, I'm going to turn over host completely to you, and then I will do one of these things. And you guys can chat since it is a student-led organization. I just tend to be a chatty person sometimes because that's how I fill the empty space. So I'm going to leave meeting, and then I'm going to make Adriana, so now assign and leave co-host. I wonder if I can unco-host. Well, I hope. Tell you what, I'm going to leave, and if it doesn't give you the opportunity to do breakout rooms, send me an email and I'll pop back in. Okay? I hope to see all of you. I'll be glad to answer any questions, and it's a great organization. So, but Mara and Adriana can chat some more with you. So I'm going to do one of these things.
Okay. Oh, I do have breakout rooms now. Okay, and there's 6 of us, so we'll just do 2 rooms of 6, or 2 rooms of 3.
Is there a way to make you and me the head people of it?
I see your name. I just have a move to. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can give you.
Here, I'll join. It says breakout room 2, so I'm gonna join it and see what happens.
Okay, I'll join breakout group 1. Hello.
Hey.
So, do you have any other questions? I kind of was a little jumbled.
I don't really think so. The only question I really had was about like the paying thing.
Yeah, so you pay once a year. So if you're inducted in the fall, so I was inducted last fall, so I pay my chapter and my local dues every fall, and so I pay yearly. So in the spring, you don't have to worry about any payments. But if you're inducted in the spring, then you'll pay your member and your chapter and your national dues in the spring, and you won't have to pay anything in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah. And usually when we're face to face, it's like a lot more interactive because you get
Yeah.
people, but you make so many new friends. And since it's an education club, a lot of the people in the education department you're gonna see in your classes. You're make really close friends with them as you progress through block 1, 2, or 3. So
That's good. So
Oh,
go ahead.
okay. What steps or what steps would we take to become like friends of KDP?
really all you'd have to do is just reach out to us and show an interest, and we can hook you up. So you can either email me or kdp@pfw.org. So I think you should be able to look up my name with the PFW's emails. It's just Adriana Delagrange. Or if you go to the PFW's website and you look up KDP, our names and emails are on there for the vice president, secretary, and treasurer. So.
Okay. Is there like a limit to like how many people like can join?
No, we don't cut anybody off.
Okay.
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like a really low commitment too. So like only one chapter event and one meeting. And
Yeah.
we learn a lot during like the chapter meetings because like for the October one, we're gonna have a couple seasoned teachers, and so they're gonna be sharing with us, and you can ask them questions, and it's usually a lot of fun. So the virtual makes it a little different, but it's fun. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can go to the other breakout group and see where they're at. Okay. Hello. Did you guys have any other questions, or should I bring us all back together?
Yeah, you're good. They said they would think about it and just email the KDP email if they thought of anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna close the rooms then and bring everybody
Okay.
together. So, if any of you have any last minute questions, you can ask them now or email us. But other than that, that's all we have for you tonight. So if you want to leave, you can leave. Thank you for coming, or you can stick around.
Thanks.
Yeah,
You
bye.
can email the KDP email, or you can look up our names and just email us if you just want to talk to us since you've already seen us.
Okay.
Yeah, or you can stop us on campus if you see us. I'm there on Thursdays. So
Gotcha. All right.
have a nice
Bye.
evening. Bye. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to stop the recording. Do you have anything else you wanted to say, or?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll see you.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday. Yep.
Okay.
Bye.